All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the crazy first round that is what everyone expected could be the finals, isn't it? Really, the two best teams and maybe the two best coaches squaring off in the first round. Crazy. Here with me is Fashbinder, the Great. Hello,
Ashbinder the
Fashbinder.
Great, son of someone else the Great. So I'm
Yep.
sure everyone that's listening has seen Jimmy and I do the fantastic intro video where we made picks and made a sweet assessments of each team. One point we did bring up was that Mole could deny Ducke the Wizard, and he's chosen not to.
Wow.
Wow. Cannot believe it. It was mentioned in chat.
Wow.
It was clear that Ducke would have really liked the Wizard, and Mole just gave it to him.
Wow. Bad play from Mulldripster there.
Mole should have definitely fired a lineman.
Yeah, I would have definitely done, yeah. I think this is a misplay. Misplay out the gate from Mull, I think there. I think when you can deny a top quality coach with a top quality team, a Wizard, you've got to. You know, a Wizard with these two Wolves and these two Ghouls, well, okay, he's actually benched the ball carrying one for defense, which is fair enough. Got to make sure he's got that Ghoul on to carry with on offense.
Yep.
Even though he's going to get bolted, but never mind. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Obviously, Mull benching the one-turner. I mean, I can see why he thinks he needs the extra players, especially if he's going to bench the one-turner.
Much like you're taking a Wizard against Ducke, you're also denying Ducke the Wizard. If I'm playing against Jim, I'm doing the same thing. If I'm playing against Rumpelstiltskin 52 Leet, and I've seen him play, and I know that all he does is potato, then I'm not. But against a quality coach, you do everything you can to win that match in a knockout series. I can't believe he hasn't. And I thought there'd be some next level play from Ducke, in that Ducke knew that Mole would sack it, so I thought then Ducke might sack a zombie to get that Wizard still. And now, you know, there's a really good game theory. If you Google it, you can look up game theory courses from Harvard, the British university, and one of their intro level courses was what to do when trying to pick a number that is as high as possible, as low as possible, but still above someone else's. And there's a great theory regarding that, and it comes into play in this sort of situation where, you know, someone wants to sack someone. You know, what is the correct amount of people for Ducke to sack to ensure that he has that Wizard? And for those of you that are interested, it would be a worthwhile watch.
Yeah, like this Wrestle DP, he's got 3 dirty players, hasn't he? So maybe he could have just sacked this one, and then that's 90 TV off. You know, which maybe then he can't sack a zombie to get a Wizard. He'd have to sack 2 zombies to get a Wizard and stuff like that. I would have expected Mull to at least sack somebody. But
Me too.
I guess he thinks he just figures he needs the reserves, I guess, so he can keep this gutter on a bench. Maybe that's what it is, but I can't say I agree with it. Always denied Ducke a Wizard. Like, that's what I said at the start of the playoffs, you know. Ducke and Mull are the 2 players that I would buy a Wizard in the first round, guaranteed, no matter what happened. You know, and they're the 2 that I would always try to deny a Wizard to, whatever happens. So,
yeah, you're right though. By having 4 men, I mean, you're expecting about 3 removals, probably over the course of 8 turns, and allowing yourself to keep that 1 turn on the bench, just for the 1 turns.
Yeah. Plus, he wants to foul, isn't he? I mean, both Mull and Ducke both like to foul, to be honest. So maybe he's got that in mind too.
That lad, should I block that lad?
Pick the defender stumbles result.
So, you fouling that Storm Vermin, yeah?
Wow, he's gonna blitz he's gonna blitz this dirty player, isn't he? To try and protect him, and then put players in. I mean, Ducke's gonna do everything he can to foul this Storm Vermin, isn't he? Yep. So Mull has to do everything he can to protect him. Yeah, why aren't there zombies on the line? It's interesting, isn't it? Maybe so he's got the dirty player. He's guaranteed a dirty player free. Maybe that's what it is, but and, you know, going for the strength to to try and, like, he went with a strengthened guard to maybe he's tried to deny the LOS, but with guard of his own, it was never really going to work, was it?
Ducke, a huge sigh of relief. Both fleshies still on the field. That was the one thing he wanted. He's like, please don't die on the LOS. And he got it.
Yeah.
He'll be ecstatic.
Yeah, that's the thing. If there's one on the line, he's got a player on the line, hasn't he? Then he's only got one dirty player free. Yeah, forcing Mull to commit more players to the line. Yeah, exactly. Either he denies the LOS hits completely, or he forces Mull to commit to the LOS. One of the two. And it guarantees him a free dirty player. Mull loves to foul. If there's one, sorry, Ducke. Well, they both do. Yeah, maybe piling on the fleshy wasn't so great with him having armor 9.
Oh, with the clawmans for sure, but probably not the non-clawman. Like maybe if it was a natural. Because you're a dirty man, Bushranger. A dirty, dirty man. I can maybe one assist, so if the blitz happens with a assist from a zombie, and the white blitz is from the southeast corner on number 5 line route, gets the stumbles or power, pushes the dirty player off, he can stand, he can get the assist. Mulldripster with gutters. A gutter basing.
It's interesting, isn't it? Got to protect it. I mean, that's all the half's about, really, isn't it? Just protecting this claw pom and hope he does work on key players. And the tackle pom against the... Like, to be fair, this is a weakness of Mull's team, not having tackle on the claw pom, because, he really has to remove these wolves, doesn't he? And he doesn't have he doesn't have tackle on the claw.
It is hard luck. The play can still be made, though, with the chain into...
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
Hello, everybody. By the way, VIP Jump Tales, VIP Scrolled. Yeah, Ducke versus Mull in the first round. Yeah, that was the thing about the draw, isn't it? It's like that's another reason. As Fash says, to have seeded playoffs. When did this draw take place? Do you know what I mean? Like, how do we know this is genuine?
That's true.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Well,
like,
I mean, it is randomized. It definitely wasn't rigged. It is randomized when the players accept the ticket and the admins press start. Although we don't know how much editing could be done, but yeah, I doubt it. Who would really care about editing?
No, of course, I'm not saying that anybody would do that. But the point is, you don't have that transparency, do you? That's
true.
That's all. And when there's $500 on the line, well, €950 technically, €950, there should be some transparency, shouldn't there? Not that I do think. Yep. Yeah, that's it. Death. There you go. Typical Ducke.
Extra man for fouling. Not bad.
Lucky Ducke. Now the extra man of Mull's looking to pay off instantly. That he didn't sack that guy. That's the one I would have sacked as well, the Wrestle Dirty player one.
Until the bolt comes and kills the gutter runner.
Yeah, true.
No, Sam, next playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. Aguirre weeks. I think preferably seeded, but at least have some transparency at the draw. Yeah, have somebody stream the draw. Have Cyanide stream the draw. Focus stream the draw. You know, at least do that. But yeah, 42 is a lot of games, isn't it? So yeah, I think that would be a good idea. The seeding would be ideal. This is a bit of a pickle, isn't it, for Mull now? This pressure here. He was so focused on protecting his claw pom and the tackle pommer that
It's a heavy man's commitment.
yeah, he's mansed up. Maybe he can get it safe, but then there's the wizard as well, isn't there? So no follow.
Must have plans.
Plans to hit this wolf that has blodge step. Wrestling. I mean, he can extricate his gutters, can't he? But he still can't make that much of a cage, especially against a wizard. Oh man, I really don't like giving Ducke a wizard when he's got these two wolves.
I think the two LS gutters can 2+ out and make a half screen against the wolf on the right hand side of the field to be somewhat safe. But you're right, that's two men that's then protecting the ball, and then everyone else that's mansed up on the LOS is just getting blocked down. The dodges out aren't any good. Probably won't succeed them all, probably won't commit a reroll to it. And so Ducke's going to happily start the grind on the AB7 Skaven team.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a pickle for Mull here. This is how Ducke can win. First of all, get and then the wizards have disappeared on my screen. I wonder if it's fucked up.
I'm sure it's just a visual bug.
Yeah, I'm not sure how he makes the ball safe even without a wizard, but with a wizard, it's
Oh look, 3 gutters around in the 4 strength wolf not being in a scoring position.
He doesn't have to score this turn though, does he? I mean, just losing the ball isn't nice, is it?
No. But they don't want wrestle tackle strip. Doesn't have a huge issue taking the ball away. What about something super rowdy, like the ball? It wouldn't be safe. Oh,
he's
boy.
gonna foul. He's gonna dodge foul. Holy shit. The extra reroll kickoff event fucks up the spectator wizards. There you go. And he's used his one raise the dead thing. That's pretty good.
Oh, baby. You know, I did say this earlier, Mull with his 1Ds, that could be a way that Ducke gets in.
Well, I mean, he had to do that, didn't he?
Yeah,
plus
absolutely.
it was a 2+ in 2D to make a case. So, like, that was a good 1D.
Yeah, but
not all 1D should be skulls.
No.
That was an essential and good one. Makes the dodge for the foul. This could be huge.
Stun was all he needed.
Yeah. And not sent off. Nice little bonus.
But there's
Could
more in terms
fireball
of...
these 3, couldn't he?
Would you?
No. But he could.
Good.
Or fireball these. Now, I mean, it's all 3 gutters, you know. He's got to think about it. I'm not saying he should do it, but he should think about it. Yeah, why not? He's got the tackle here to run around. Tackle mighty blow here. He's got the strength 4 here, so he could get 3 dice. Frenzy. Could fireball his own players. I don't think it was completely doomed to fireball.
Your own players, or this on the 3 gutters? Because you're
on
right.
here, because if he knocks over any player, he gets 2 dice on the ball, or he knocks the ball loose. So.
And similarly, any gutter that's not on the field, like Skaven with baby.
Oh man, Ducke rolling dice, a formidable opponent. Appo's was that a lineman? Oh no, it was the Stormman, tackle Stormman. Clawman, not the tackle one. Yeah, so Appo'd. Obvious Appo. If he'd piled on, he'd have been safe.
Much like killing all the skinks on a lizard team, killing all the gutters on a Skaven team. If they get down to, 1, you're pretty set, because no one else is really carrying the ball and going anywhere. 2 still has the handoff player, or the quick pass handoff, or something to that effect. And so it's still a bit scary, but with only 3 on the field, if he did bolt and happen to get a Kaz and then the blitz...
I think the firebolt was better than the bolt, though. I mean, when you think about it, if he knocks over the top left gutter, he blitzes in with a wolf.
If
he knocks that one, if he knocks the top right one, the white gets 2D on the ball, and if he knocks over the ball carrier, he knocks over the ball carrier. So that's one of the few occasions where it's better than a bolt, isn't it? I think almost certainly better than a bolt. Yeah, it'd be 97.5. Would it? It's not that high, is it? 87.5 instead of 83. So yeah. And then plus, it could do better than one of them as well, couldn't it? He could have knocked over 2 or 3. Yeah, I think that would have been certainly a consideration to. I wouldn't have hated it, as Fash would say.
I think when I said bolt, I think I meant mighty blow, affecting a gutter runner. At midnight, I sometimes say dumb things, and by things I mean I say some words instead of other words. And what you should be doing is reading my mind, not listening to what I say.
Right, sorry about that.
It's sort of like Sadai when she's grumpy.
I mean, that's the thing, of course, the argument against the wizard position already. Can he get into a better one before he uses it, or just save it for overtime, or, whatever. Obviously, you want to save the wizard for as long as you can, don't you? Of course. He's still got the threat of the wizard and everything. It's great having the threat of the wizard.
Yeah, okay, a bit less pressure now, with Mull having the capacity to move the gutters arguably freely.
Yeah, that's he's boxed in. Mull is boxed in here anyway, so yeah, he didn't have to whiz, but I wouldn't have hated it. Actually, he's strength 3, the ball carrier, so yeah, actually, no, if the ball was strength 2, maybe he would have done it, but the ball was strength 3, so the white would have only got a 1 dice on him. So, yeah, actually, fireball not as good as I thought. Turns out, strength 3 ball carrier, pretty good. Yeah, he's going to blitz with the carrier, isn't he? Because he is strength 3.
Cool.
That was nice, wasn't it? Randor Kaz. Well,
Random W.
Random removal. Yeah, that's true. Pablo's FCW. There should be a toggle icon, shouldn't there? Instead of just going through all of the grid, no grid names. Yeah, he can make a bit of a screen here, can't he?
Yeah, it's not really a potato, and I don't know how keen Mull would be on a 3+1D.
Right, does he bolt now? Bet he's regretting not having his ball carrier. Oh man, another dodge for a foul. 2 dodges for a foul. Oh man.
Sneaky beaky.
Mulldripster rolling some dice.
Getting away with it too.
But only for a stun. He really wants to remove him, doesn't he?
Absolutely. A mighty blow tackle against Skaven, for sure. That's the scariest guy on the team. Wow.
Yeah.
As scary as the white.
Yeah, VIP Brain on Slugs. It is the season 4, even though it's in the... because it's the 2 best teams and coaches against each other. Crazy. Oh man. He's had some luck though, hasn't he? To be fair, Ducke, two Kaz and that's a pretty big stun. Pretty big stun because it means like next turn's going to be really hard for Mull. Yeah, huge stun. Huge. It's big, it's huge.
Wow, it seems to be playing for the bash. I was thinking with the blocksman in the yellow, so you're definitely going to make him. You're definitely going to look to grind down Skaven. At the same time, you still want to pose at least a feint threat to the ball, so he's committing men to protecting it.
Yeah, I thought the fleshy would have gone over but I guess he's slow, isn't he? So he doesn't want to commit him. He's got to think about how easy it is. Like, it's so easy for Mull to swing from one side to the other. So I guess keep your fleshy central is good, isn't it? But I would have stuck him on that line, right? I think. Another stun. I mean, they're armor 7. It's not unlikely, is it? But...
No, not at all. And he's certainly getting more than one block a turn. I mean, ideal play for Skaven, I think, is it's hard to do against some teams, especially stand firm, blodgeon, fleshies. But if you can end your turn in no base contact, giving your opponent just the blitz,
yeah,
it would be eminently desirable.
Wow, greed reroll for Ducke. I mean, it's fair enough, isn't it? Mighty blow, tackle,
and you got 4 on defense. And it's a bang on a gutter runner too.
He's got his Rackle of safety here, but I mean, he hasn't based the lineman, has he? I would have put him in for a 3-dicer there, or put in the fleshy for a 3-dicer. Especially if you're going to re-roll the hit.
That's true. I mean, but you sort of don't block expecting stuns, and maybe wanted to keep the wolf safe with the guard protection from the tackle pommer.
Yeah, true. I mean, he hasn't he's just constricting the field a little bit, isn't he? Is to Mull's 4. That's the thing. Like, he's got this big advantage in men, but in terms of it's interesting, isn't it? I think Mull can stall another turn, maybe.
I think he didn't base the line route because the same sort of thing that happened last turn would happen this turn, in that the base line route would just get blitzed free, and that would allow 2 people to rotate to screen and protect and stall.
Is he going to score?
You'd think so, assuming these blocks.
I guess he has to. I guess he has to now that he's just blocked. As there's no way he can protect. Well, if he could just run directly back, but then the dog could hunt him down. So I guess he's got to score now.
No, baby.
Does he? Bit risky as well against blitzing a wrestler.
I guess he can outmaneuver the tackle white. So maybe he thinks, oh, with the stun maybe. Maybe just risk not getting powered, or hoping that you don't get powered.
I guess, yeah, the tackle one's further away, yeah. Oh, fair enough, yeah, the tackle one's further away. I was thinking they were opposite. Possibly a misplay from Ducke then to, have the guard guy nearer the end zone than the tackler.
Yeah, and the tackler was the blitz, and so they could have been in either spot.
Yeah. Thanks to Gaenhil Weeks. Oh, man. These sound effects.
Pretty stellar stun, though, to be honest.
Yep. There you go. Roll the 1 on the GFI. Gone for the Inarian move. Does he dare make the second one?
No, I would never.
With a stun, the stun on the white is actually crucial, isn't it? Because if that hadn't been a stun, he could bolt, blitz him, and recover with a ghoul. But now he could think about not scoring.
Yeah. Zombie doesn't interact, and the white is a double GFI.
I was a 1. The next dice was a 1. Great call to not GFI.
Who would have thought doing GFIs without a reroll? That was not a good idea.
But I mean, you know, like, look, here's the thing. You could samba this up. It's just 2 GFIs and a 2-dice block.
That sounds so easy.
Like, that's not hard. That's not hard to knock him over. It's not. It's more likely than failing the GFI, I'm sure.
But making that 1 had him safe from everything but the 5+ from the white.
Yeah.
Sorry, 6+ on the power. Double GFI 6+.
And he's strength 3 as well, isn't he? He's strength 3.
On the power, he sidesteps in. On the push, he can sidestep to the end zone. Or the end zone, whichever one he wants to go to.
He's strength 3, so yeah, that makes it all all a lot easier. Maybe he's not even. He is strength 3, the dirty dingo. Yeah, maybe he didn't even need. Well, the first one means that he can't get 2D, I guess. Keep forgetting that this got run as strength 3.
Your mate. Ooh. Well, I think this might even further incentivize the earlier score. They KO on a gutter, brings him to 2 on the field. And yeah, look, Try makes a good point. It was a block for a power on that goal. Sorry, a power stumble.
Well, not really, because his plan was to maybe score, wasn't it? But you know, yeah, he's got this wolf back, so he needed something in this area of the field. Down. Yeah, great weeks on, man. That's so funny. Every VGP cast ever is. I've got no idea, Glassboy 909, to be honest. I've got no idea. Ducke loving the fouls, but gets sent off for a stun. Standard foul.
It's good to see fouls not getting rewarded unscathed. Wouldn't it be bad if every foul had been a Kaz? Or even worse, all for the one coach. Yeah, definitely. Look, Necros have no trouble scoring in 4.
But yeah, that's the thing. The thing is, the Wizard is better against somebody trying to score in 4 than it is against somebody trying. It's the key thing, because you know he's got to stretch the play a little bit, hasn't he, to score in 4, Ducke? So like this is going to be a horrible situation for him. To be fair, even though like he's kind of done the best he can by forcing the non-turn. It's like the non-8 turn stall. But even then, it might just be 2-0 at half time now, mightn't it? You never know.
If he feels it and risks it and bolts to turn over and be 2-0 up at the end of this drive, then yeah, that could be the advantage. That will always be the risk that's in the back of Ducke's mind. Is there going to be gutter runner shenanigans that takes this, where I just instantly lose the game?
Exactly, like the Inarian plan, the Inarian's default plan is actually, you know, that's Mull's plan B, and it's still really good, isn't it? It's still going to win you plenty of games if the dice are with you. So,
especially with the Wizard in hand. And then look, the counter Wiz isn't as good for Ducke. So say he loses the ball, gets it taken from his ghoul. Oh man, this is like a stall.
Yeah, he's trying to stall against the strength 4 frenzy. Brave man. Does he have dive and tackle?
He does.
Yeah. Fair enough then. Fair enough. Pretty safe stall then. Pretty safe. I mean, that's the weakness of Wolves, isn't it? Only being agility 3. Does have dodge though, so it's not crazy to dodge out.
I would.
Yeah, he's got to go. But then on the other hand, do you just go for the safer plays next turn so we can pull another turn? If he fails the dodge out, then it's just Mull gets another turn of stall, doesn't he? Maybe. So it's interesting. This is the hard thing against Skaven because, like Skaven or good elves, is the more turns they stall, the harder it gets for you, doesn't it? So if you try a 55% dodge, if you fail it, and they get another turn of stall, don't they? Which is just horrible.
True. So what do you think about the bolt then from Ducke? You'd have to then power
don't like it.
sidestep and dive and tackle.
I really don't like it. Plus,
It's
it's
just
the
not
fight
realistic
now.
enough, is it? But look, just get the ball getting gutter runners off. What do we call it? The sack of gutter.
Yeah.
And bolt for a stun in an optimistic case leaves one left that you're potentially banging. White maybe.
I guess he's got 3. He's got 3. He can reroll it.
Imagine stopping a Skaven drive and then running away with a 4-strength Lodger.
Yeah. I guess the bolt's an option. He's bolting it.
Oh baby. Doesn't break armor. Arguably shit scatter too.
But yeah, this extra base now gives the wolf the blitz out, doesn't it? That was the thing. Although it blocked him, blocked off the rest of the Rackle Ghoul, and it stopped the wolf dodging the quicker way. Now it gives the wolf the blitz out to go and pick it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, I'm sure he would have loved the armor break. The wolf on the GFI post blitz if it takes 2 pushes. Could pick up the ball and be not surfable. Then there'll be the tedium of having a dive and tackle gutter chase you around for the rest of the drive, but still on a 4-strength Lodge stepper. There's also the Mull counterbolt.
Yep.
So what if the white just doesn't interact? It has to be all on this wolf.
Yeah, maybe you misplayed by putting this line one square down.
What if the white comes across the guard white? Never mind. And then
I think
that
was maybe
like a handoff to a goal.
Yeah, maybe. I think that was a misplay from Mull. Harsh, but I think it is because that just gives him the blitz out, doesn't it? Now could be huge.
I think he's listening to gutter too. Based on the guard position with the dirty player assist. So looking for the power over the block on the
No,
line
he
wrap.
can't be fishing for powers. He can't fish for powers against
He's fishing for
Watchstepper.
powers.
He can't be.
He is. He literally is.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Don't believe that for Ducke. Another death.
He's Nat Pagel.
I mean, I guess a bigger payoff if he powers the gutter. No, he's not.
No. Whew. That guard guy
playing
there.
good. Oh, he didn't get the knockdown that he wanted.
Needs to roll for the pickup on the GFI. Then you take the push.
Yeah,
That's the 1 in 9 with the inbuilt dodge.
Yep. Yeah, he has to accept this, I think.
Sad as it is.
Maybe he's got a... No, he's got sidestep, so he doesn't even have to GF.
Oh, true. Probably just stay then.
Yeah.
That way on the power you sidestep to the corner. And you
Yeah, staying's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Bolt is a 3 and 8 for it to go in the crowd, which... Yeah, staying's pretty good with Bloodstep.
Would that risk in it to have the 3 and 8 be a better than 3 and 8? To truly hide in the corner?
Wouldn't, no.
Because then you're trapped the next turn. But you can blitz yourself 3. Here's the men relevant to be able to do so.
No, I think you don't want to make that risk. I don't think so. I think this is a good position. You can sidestep to a really good spot if he doesn't get knocked down. if he gets bolted, it's a 3 and 8 instead. It's sure it'd have been a 5 and 8 if he'd been in the corner, but still. Does he bolt? Doesn't I guess Mull has to bolt, really. He's not getting he could get the ball off him, I guess. But yeah, he's gonna go for it.
Wow, ballsy fella.
He's got tackle. And strength 3. But I mean, if the ball goes in the crowd, which it's very likely to, if he knocks him over, which he does. Really good chance the ball go in the crowd. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Lucky Mull, not just lucky Ducky. Unbelievable.
Saving the wizard. Ballsy call. Because there was just tick for recovery had it gone out. It's unbelievable.
That is actually unbelievable. Of all the scatters, to scatter there and catch it as well. Outrageous. This is why these two are the best Blood Bowl coaches in the world.
GG.
Ducky's broken armor about 4 times and made 3 cars. and Mull's 2 diced the ball and got the 1 in 8 scatter into a 3+ catch. Crazy. Because even if it was in the end zone, he'd have to score this turn. So there's really only 2 out of 8 good scatters for him. He got the best one and caught it.
Well, it's more that just going out was so disastrous, and it was more probable to go out than not go out.
Yeah,
like every
potentially
scatter,
disastrous.
Like,
yeah, 6 of the scatters were bad.
Yeah, and like the throw-in, there's no like a dirty player maybe in midfield picks up and does a throw.
Yeah.
But aside from that, there just was no recovery, and the Necro picking that up and walking away to score.
Yep. Yep. That was crazy. That was almost a 5 out. Almost a 5 out of 8 to lose the game. Crazy.
It's so crazy you just can't sleep. You're so excited. You're in too deep. But does it feel alright?
Oh dear.
Jimmy thinking of you keeps me up all night. Down, 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 down. Crazy. Rightio, look, unsurprising. Skaven up 1. Still has the wizard in hand. Ducky, consume the wizard. 3 turns to score.
Yep. It's still looking good for Mull, isn't it? That's the thing. No matter what happens in the game, it's just hard to bet against Mull, isn't it? That's the thing. It's just crazy. He's just got this little one-turner sitting here. He's got the wizard. Survived Ducky's wizard.
Even had he fired that line rat still, one-turner still wouldn't be on the field. I mean, it's hard to say what would have and wouldn't have been. And look, we're seeing these deaths. You'd be pretty pleased to have not fired someone and taken 2 deaths on line rats.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet about that he didn't sack that guy, seeing as he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mull still got his whiz, but Ducky's used his.
If you're Mull, do you go ham in an attempt to turn him over? Like, first action scoring position gutter runner?
Yeah, I think so. Because a 3-turner, even with, agility 4 carrier, 2 movement 8 walls, a 3-turner's tricky for Ducky. It is tricky. He might have to take chances with the ball, and then a wizard can spell the end.
Sack.
Yeah, but especially with a wizard, isn't it? That's the thing. That's what I mean. The wizard's in Ducky's mind, so it makes it really harder. Really, that much harder for Ducky.
It's tricky though, Bizzle. It's tricky.
You could sing that as well. Oh, what's this? High kick. That's handy, isn't it? That's very handy. Very handy.
Even catches it. Amazing.
Wow.
Oh man, isn't the
Yeah, I mean,
greatest thing
that's
in
pretty
Blood Bowl
huge.
when you got the ball in your
That's
hand at the
actually
start of your
pretty-
turn?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty huge. Straight away he's in scoring range instead of just not being in.
Let's get the
Or
ball
is he?
save on the first action, not only
He's
where he's
not
going
in
to end up.
scoring range. He didn't go into scoring range, did he? One shot. He could have done. He's just one back. Madman. He's going to have to GFI to score. Whatever happens. I would have gone one square forward if I was him. I know he's got the blocks to make here, and it's not great to have the ball directly behind, and he's scared of the wizard and everything. So maybe that's it, you know? If he ends up having to make a GFI to score here and fails,
That's
that'd be
3
the
turns,
wizard
Jim.
having the effect straight away.
3 turns, sir?
He does have 3 turns, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's not in scoring range, is he? With a, I mean, he's in non-GFI scoring range. With
Oh, I'm with
goal
you. Sorry. Yeah, gotcha.
by choice.
Yep. Right, my bad. It's past midnight.
No, it's my bad. I mean, I said he wasn't in scoring range.
Yeah, no, I got you. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's like win percentage. It's not really, but it is.
Yeah. But I'm sure it's because he was scared of the wizard. You know, if he was uptight.
Wow.
It's a bit of man's action. Hot man's action there.
Can you protect that fleshy? I guess.
Mo wins a lot because he gives his players such creative names. Rat number 7.
True. I mean, if you're gonna go through all that effort to actually name your players, why would you make them generic? Wouldn't you just take the generic ones? We're gonna have to berate him in chat after the.
Fleshy's a pain in the ass, isn't it? Blodge fleshy. Disgusting. What do you think, Fash? Just bang down this white and be boring?
Yep, bang down the white be boring, and I think with the guard sidestep gutter, probably look to get a 2-die with their claw palm.
Yeah.
And as you said, unless he wants to do GFIs, it will be the handoff to a wolf.
Interesting going for it with the tackler, because obviously and piling on with it. Wow.
Maybe he's not bothered if Ducke scores, which seems a bit odd. I think you'd be looking to stop.
Yeah.
Just stop him.
That was.
Because
I don't like not having your one. Well, he's got other tackle.
Yeah, the 3 strength is
And he's got the wrestle. And he's got the wrestle tackle gutter, but still, I don't like putting your. Yeah, obviously, frenzy tackle mighty blow is a really good thing to have to knock people over with, isn't it? But yeah, he's not really making an effort to stop the score here, is he?
It doesn't seem like it.
But he's got the wizard and he's got the strength 4 gutter, I guess.
I mean, if I was Ducke, I'd be pretty happy if I got a 1 in 9 to the wolf to double GFI, maybe. Like that, in the grand scheme of 2-turn attempts, a 3+2+2+ is pretty good.
Regen, wasn't it? Oh no, no regen. Oh, was it both down?
Yes, both done. No pile
That's
on.
why there wasn't an animation. So yeah, I mean that was fair enough, putting these guys in to just block him rather than try to dodge him out. But it means he's going to get punched by a wolf, or maybe not. I don't know. I quite like this. I quite like the position of the gut runner here. Yeah, it's a bit tricky. To be fair, even though he's got his tackle pommer on the ground, it's actually a bit tricky. I would have just stood these two up though, just to make. I didn't like the dodge out and not standing this guy up. I would have just stood them both up, because then, you know, Ducke would have to use his fleshy and his mighty blow to free the tackler to deal with this gutter runner. Wow. Le double skulls.
It's the worst thing to get at the start of your turn on a turn that you might need to roll dice.
Yeah. Horrible, horrible first. It's always the first action. Always.
Yeah.
See, now we can just get this guard in here without even having to roll dice. I would have definitely just stood these two linemen up. Like, obviously, you don't want linemen to get hit unnecessarily.
Yeah. But imagine having to roll extra dice now without that reroll.
Yeah, exactly. This is the sort of turn where I'd want bodies in the way, just because anything can happen, like that double skull, you know?
Yeah. Don't give free hits on turn 1 through 6, but turn 7 and 8, you know, I've often said I let my whole team get surfed if it meant stopping someone's drive.
Yeah,
Which is maybe an exaggeration, but it's not really.
Yeah, exactly. Now he gets to move these two players. Like, even if they were just blocking and they both got cast, fair enough, it's not great. But at least it's used their actions. Now they can move around, and he's got 5 players not even based that he can do anything. 6 players not even based that he can do anything with.
Yeah, then again, there could be other considerations, such as, you know, maybe so confident that he's won the game that he's thinking about next game. With 2 dead line rats, so. maybe keeping extra line rats alive.
No, I think he wanted to dodge out to like screen the middle more stuff. But I just think it's a little bit greedy, with given the fact that already it's not easy for Ducke to get in range, is it?
No, especially after this failed blitz.
Yeah. That he no doubt would have greed rerolled.
Yeah, absolutely.
That double skull. Bad for him.
Maybe he wanted to go up the middle. Well, assuming because of that blitz, we're safe to say he's wanted to go up the middle. So, single scoring position wolf so far. 1 die 3 success on the ghoul from the gutter.
Yeah, see, these two guys wouldn't have been able to move if he just stood up. I don't know. I really didn't like the dodge out there. And of course, this guy's not a factor with his ham piling on. What does he do then? Just dodge in with a gutter?
I think it's single GFI.
Or just run around?
A double GFI. Yeah, double GFI to go around. Should have gone around.
Run around. Just go around because they're so fast. Crazy, isn't it?
Well, there's still that wizard option, but it doesn't really have it doesn't have that scoring position threat, so I wouldn't wizard.
No, I don't like the wizard. Not for Skaven. Like, Skaven want to counter score with the wizard, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. No, baby. He's right. It's in the only action that matters this turn.
Wow, re-rolls the 1 dice, gets the pow. Dirty dingo. 5 plus.
Final action of the half.
No, it was 4 plusing it, wasn't he? It was a 4 plus.
Yeah.
But that was fucking ballsy, that. Holy shit. And gets the stun. And gets the catch. Wow.
It was his next move, wasn't it?
Outrageous. He's got no movement left, though.
No, so Ducke's still in with his shot.
That's okay because I mean, he's just got to base the wolf, and then it's going to be hard for him, isn't it? Disgusting stuff from Mo.
It's just on the, what was it, 3d6 for the scatter? That's usually about halfway, isn't it? Midfield?
Yeah.
The wolf handles that on everything but the 5 and 6 towards the way Mole wants to go. So
Yeah.
the wolf
So,
2
I
out
mean,
of 3
depends-
times post-surf if he gets it.
Yeah, but I mean, the surf isn't easy, is it?
No, but
Because
it's safe
he's-
to say that the gutter will come up, the dive and tackle will 2+ to tag it, and the 3
Yeah,
strength gutter
exactly.
might.
Exactly. He's got other players to move, so I can't really talk about what's going to happen yet.
Sure.
I need to see how Mull ends his turn.
But I mean, Ducky's making the attempt regardless, and I think to do so he'll have the dive and tackle gutter. Oh, who knows? He might read into it. He might realise what we're discussing preemptively before we should discuss it, and say, well, look, this is really the only guy that's scoring if the surf does come from.
Wow. Tackle from the white doing things there. So
GG.
yeah, I think he wants. I don't think he wants. Does he? I think he wants to stay in and just score with this wolf. Blitz him with a rackler, and then push him diagonally forwards, and then he's got a decent chance of scoring with the wolf, hasn't he?
Whew.
Yeah, I didn't like the idea of the surf. Oh, there you go. That's a scatter.
Do you think he's making a 3+, do you?
8 times out of 9.
What's that like?
Oh no,
10%?
oh shit, no, it's 2 times out of 3. Oh, he had to use his reroll on the hit. Oh
Yep.
man, really bad commentary. I do apologize. It was just a 3+. Wow, 3+ away from winning. Is probably how Ducke will talk about it at the end of the match. That was
Sure.
crazy, wasn't it? I mean, it was a 75% hit on the ball by committing to use the reroll on it, but it was still ballsy to reroll it, wasn't it?
Yeah, and look, you had the right idea in that keeping it infield was undoubtedly better, but
Yeah.
on not keeping it in, you could block for pushes
Yeah.
and have the
Yeah,
roll for
fair
the
enough.
up. But then you get
Yeah,
one
fair
guaranteed that it would have been in range. It could have been the shittest scatter. It's like midfield where the wrestle tackle goal is now. The
Yeah.
recovery then.
And it
would
was
have
a
been
75%. It was a 75% block as
shit. Yeah.
tackle. So, blocking for pals isn't necessarily bad.
No,
You know,
not always.
depends. No. It's especially when you got like 2 top players here. You know, you're not going to be able. Neither of them could win by just making
No,
safe moves.
not at all.
You know. It's not gonna happen.
You wouldn't go around saying. Never mind. Fresh memes. Alright, so Ducky, not able to equalise, needs to score against a wizard just to stay in it for overtime. And somehow deny Mole's 1 turn.
Yeah.
Which amazingly isn't on the field.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. It's tough to beat Mulldripster with this team, isn't it? Holy shit.
Well, she had the shot. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, if he'd scored then, and he's 1-1, he can maybe score and maybe not 1 turn. I mean, he can fail the 1 turn. It's not nailed on, is it?
No, but of all possible 1-turn plays you've ever seen, it's probably up there with the easiest.
Yeah, it's one of the
Could not ask
easiest.
for more.
No, not really. Agility 5 leap
Maybe.
is basically better, isn't it? That's pretty much all you can ask for better. Or agility 5-2 heads, maybe, depending on how much tackle they've got. Stuff like that. But it's pretty much it's as close as to a nailed on 1 turn. But it's still not nailed on. You can still fail it, just as you can roll 1 in 36 on a block, can't you? So it can easily happen that he fails the 1 turn.
Yep. Just confirming for chat, Mull does have the wizard, it's just a bug. Ah, no, look, I never make 3+. I don't see why Ducky should be able to make 3+. In fact, I saw him on one of Jim's games the other day. He made a 3+, which I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
So it's a rare sight.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular making a 3+ roll.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
shit.
the dream.
It really is.
Oh, there's that famous YouTuber, Angry Northerner. There was that 3+ standoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it fail?
It did.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it really isn't surprising. It's amazing how frequently that happens.
Yeah. Is he got dirty player line rat still or not? Only the one that's in contact.
The WrestleMan in contact with the wolf.
So he's only dirty player. Yeah. Did he only have 2 dirty players? No, he's got another dirty player here, but he's stunned. Oh, that's a shame because I bet Mull was liking this free 2D on the on the wolf. Chance of powering him or wrestling him and then getting a big gang foul. Wrestle and then gang foul would have been nice for him, I'm sure, but fouling him without dirty player seems bad, doesn't it? Good play by Ducke to strand the claw pommer on the blodge, fleshy.
Yeah, second time he's done it, and then brought people in to try and deny the assists.
Yep.
JJ, since you can ask Ducke what our head-to-head matchup record is. Because mine's positive, it means that I'm definitely better than Ducke for all time.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've played once as well, haven't we? And you beat me.
Well, actually, even if we include the tutorial match.
Oh, yeah, true.
Because that's a serious format as well. But no, Ducke and I played normal matches with normal call teams, and just happened to get lucky. Well, not outrageous as lucky, but when people know what they're doing, it's not hard to turn someone over in one game. Some fortunate
pretty huge anyway. He finally got a wolf out, didn't he? So he'll be happy with that. Will Mulldripster.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta love removing wolves.
Especially mighty
wolves. Without the
wolf,
the team looks not so exciting, does it?
How much do you dream about 4-strength lodge wolves?
A lot.
Yeah. And when you see it, it just hasn't done that much this match.
No. Well, he's not agility 4, is he? That's the problem. It's always risky doing stuff with your dogs. Plus, the strength wolf is more effective against a bash team than it is against an agility team, isn't it?
True.
The plus strength on the
format too. Like Cole versus Champ Ladder Finals.
Yeah.
Like in Cole, I'm sure he dominated with it, and people just let their whole team get surfed against a 4-strength wolf, and I'm sure he did that every time. Whereas in the finals, that just won't happen. As you see some teams with that dive and tackle sidestep, and they go 20-0-0 because Cole coaches can't deal with it.
Yeah.
But in the finals, experienced coaches do with ease. Dirty Dingo! Oh my god.
Wow. This is how
disgusting.
You get rank number 1.
Absolutely disgusting.
Of course, he doesn't use stand firm because he wants to foul.
Not rewarded, good.
Where's his dirty player quite far away? I'm sure Ducke will try and engineer a foul on him with dirty player with next turn. You might try just fouling with this zombie this turn and go for the dirty player foul next turn. Ducke loves fouling, doesn't he?
Well, I guess he's thinking now, how do I win? It's
I
get
think
lucky and have the one turn and not work.
And yeah, that's how he's got to win. He's got to stall out this half, hope the one turn doesn't work, then win the coin toss. That's how he wins. That's how anyone wins against Mull. You stall out your half, and you hope he fails his one turner, and you hope you win.
Yeah.
Which gives you about a 10% chance.
And you'd feel so much more confident stalling out the half at least without a claw pop run. Or even a tackle jugger. Like either would be a fine target, I think.
Yeah, true that.
Also have the option for a cheeky chain with the fleshy up one square. And then I don't know, a blitz from a Weiss, I guess. To get better assists. If he really wanted to make a good effort at the
He's in a tough situation because Mull just doesn't have to try to stop him scoring at all. Like, he just literally doesn't have to try to stop him scoring whatsoever. All he has to do is Kaz him.
Yeah.
and try to keep his players alive. Like,
You can even hold on to the wizard for overtime.
Yeah.
I think he'd prefer to end
yeah.
it sooner rather than later, though, just so he doesn't lose on attrition for next game.
Yeah, true.
That would always
true.
be
But I
in
mean,
mind.
yeah, it's essentially attrition at this point for Mull, isn't it? Blocks, get more blocks and stuff, and he's just thinking about that. I think mainly. Yeah, I think that's what Mull's going to be thinking about. Concentrate on the attrition because he just doesn't have to do anything else to win.
No stumbles feels bad, man. Unless this is for the foul.
Yeah,
Might not even happen now.
it's just horrible. It's just horrible that, like, you know, Mull doesn't even care about defending. He just has to care about the fighting. But Ducke has to protect the ball at all costs because a wizard and the gutters can mean he loses the ball, you know, in seconds. Like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it is. It's crazy, Pedro Jack. It's absolutely stupid how good his team is. That, you know, it's just horrible for Ducke. Ducke has to protect the ball at all costs and try to outbash him if he can. Huge foul.
Oh,
Huge.
In the grand scheme of things, for sure.
Yeah.
Sam wants to make the
really
point.
Bad. Really bad for Mull going
Yeah,
forward.
absolutely. Like, you have to fire it. You
Even
can't
for
run
rest
with a true strength man.
Yeah, even for the rest of the game, it's huge. Never mind the rest of the tournament. You need every tackle you can get at this level. You know,
but not a true strength though at the cost that it'll be at. I'd rather like the extra wizard or an inducement of some description. Yeah, absolutely. You're not keeping a true strength on any team, really.
No. Well, you could keep a strength 2 claw pommer because you know, Beastman, because he's got horns. That's the thing, and he's always blitzing.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess a Beastman, sure. Because, yeah, the horns would offset it to some extent.
Yeah. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible, obviously. But, you know, a Chaos Marauder for Chaos Pack teams is essentially just a Beastman without horns. So that's what he'd become if he was a minor strength, crazily. And a Chaos Marauder's 50k and a Beastman's 60, so... Yeah, Mull just going for the attrition.
Yeah, no, good call. No reason not to. And if you can deny hits or... Well, I guess it's hard to deny fouls. I guess there's always going to be, if you're piling on, at least a poor assist foul. And with no Apo, something like that happening isn't outrageously unlikely. Not so much as a scatter not landing out and landing into the hands of the runner who captures it.
Yeah.
Like, it's low percentage sort of stuff. Sam's been screaming at me saying that one-turners are 70% and that Ducke should go for a sack and score whenever.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah, he could just score whenever. That's true. That's true, he could just score whenever. He doesn't need to... But then, I don't know, I think it's better to stall that out because you'd rather Mull had a 70% shot than a fucking 95% shot, wouldn't you? You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I think it would just be
Sorry, go on. You know, I think a 2-turn with rats is more likely than 70%. So,
with a 10 move guy that you can get the ball to quite reliably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's crazy talk from Sammy D. I think you have to stall it out, and then they've got a 70%. So you've got a 15% chance to win, basically. You need to... if everything goes right, you've got a 15% chance to win, because he fails his 1 turn, and you win the coin toss for overtime. Christ.
Easy game.
That's so fucking stupid. If everything goes right, you have a 15% chance to beat Mulldripster. Obviously, things could go really right. Things can go better than that, but it takes a lot, doesn't it? Like, if he just made that 3+, it's 1-1. It's looking good. He wouldn't need to fail the one turn then.
And what do you reckon? Just relevant gutters and a turn 15 bolt? Depending on how much protection there is around the ball carrier. And then just win normal time. Like, I wouldn't hate it, to be honest.
Ducky's used his wizard, but Mull still has a wizard. There's just bugs, so it's not showing. There's just an empty space instead of where the wizard. Yeah, big gang foul. He knew that was coming. Sent off for nothing? Oh man, huge. He's had some attrition, hasn't he? Well,
Yeah,
like
definitely.
At least 3 deaths.
3 permas.
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's why I said he was happy to be playing Ducke in the first round. He's only got 12 players, and he doesn't have the Juggernaut tackle pommer. Becomes a lot different. So yeah, he's in no way guaranteed to win the tournament. Well, you know, you can get attrition down over the course of the games. And in an individual game, this could be drawn. This could be 1-1 now quite easily, couldn't it? So.
Oh boy, down to 2 when he definitely needs to receive in overtime and score. Little things like that, just having it look worse and worse for Ducke there. A nice wide cage slash screen. It's looking not too hard now, Sam. But maybe. There's a lot of rats that are tied up by 2 men that'll not likely to be tied up for much longer. It's got to be higher than that, though. Higher than 95%. As Chai said, you know, perfect defense doesn't really matter, I guess. As the Juggernaut will clear fleshies that are basing the natural one-turner. But a blitz, a pitch invasion, a throw rock, that would make it presumably better than 5%.
I mean, if Ducke scores early, Mull has to put the one-turner on the pitch, sure. But I mean, it's just so easy for Rats to score whenever they want, isn't it? That's the thing. Like,
I'm sure he's happy to have the one-turner on for 2 turns.
Yeah, like even if Ducke scores on turn 12, and then you know Mull's got 5 turns to kind of stall, he'd have to stall it out a little bit. But it's so easy with gutters. I mean, come on. If he's 70% and score the 1 turn, I don't know. I think just Skaven scoring any time they want is more than 70%. I really think it is. Horrible, isn't it? He just doesn't even need to care about the ball.
Not a problem.
No, he doesn't want to get stuck on the fleshy, does he? He doesn't want to get stuck on the fleshy, so this way he can run back, get the 2 linemen, and then he's only got 1. His gut runner is tying up 3 players. That's a pretty good trade. Now and then this puts intense pressure on Ducke. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy how good Skaven are, isn't it? It's just like, it's just dumb. He's been banged on to death this half. And yet all of a sudden, he's got a wizard. And, you know, Ducke's under a lot of pressure to keep the ball safe.
I don't know, I'm really scared of Mighty Blow Tackle. Like, back of my mind is just team preservation. Like, I was watching one of my favorite streamers play Nurgle team about a week ago, and wasn't always playing for the win, and was keeping his players safe, and just farming on players that he needed to. And I thought that was a really good call.
This sounds like he sounds like a
very experienced coach.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I would consider in this sort of situation. Like, so yeah, you're right. The guy tying up 3, arguably for 2 turns, with the tackle man also stunned, which will be Ducke's turn 13. That they'll finally maybe be able to react to the ball.
Yeah,
and
that's a big payoff in resources.
Yeah, only 6 men then standing that protect the ball, and that's really all they do.
Yeah.
And it's a great time to then bolt to steal and secure the win.
Yeah.
I don't know about the wizard this turn, but next turn I'm thinking with that stun and the fleshy and the men tied up.
Yep. It's tricky.
Well, not this turn, Sam, but maybe next turn. If all there is 5 men around the ball, and enough gutters are relevant, enough linemen are relevant. And, yeah, just winning in normal time, not going to overtime, and not taking those extra blocks would be pretty tempting, I think. As just talked about, denying attrition, not having a team die. Mul's taking some brutal attrition already, he wouldn't really want more. Anything you do to mitigate it from here would be a really good idea.
Yeah, he'd rather win 1-0 than rely on having to score a 70%. Like, you know, look, Ducke was 66% to pick up the ball, wasn't he? And fails. So you don't want to rely on that to win, or rely on going to overtime to win. Man, he's in a good spot with having 4 rerolls to 2, isn't he?
A nice don't fireball me, bro cage.
Yep. But if he gets a power here, he gets to slam into it. Maybe do things. He's gonna fireball him, bro. Huge. He just needs a juggernaut tackle palm guy now to hit this.
Yeah, exactly.
Hit this werewolf.
A pretty good scatter for Ducke in that it's adjacent 2 men, and one of whom's 4 strength.
Yep. With Bodstep, who can make it scatter if he wants and stuff.
Yeah.
Surprised he bolted there, like a little bit, you know, like it wasn't. I think maybe he would have. Maybe his next turn I would have maybe bolted rather than this turn.
Wait.
He hasn't really got the players to deal with a strength 4, has he? With that bounce, but then bouncing the other side wasn't really very good for him. This is about the best bounce that Mull could have got, really. When you think about it, if it bounced the other side, it's really hard for Ducke to get round, Mull to get round and get it, isn't it? That was probably a really great scatter for Mull. Wow. Not a great double skull, though.
Yeah, no, just when you want to do something, double skull shows up.
It's typical, isn't it? It's typical. Oh, this is a crucial turn. I need to roll some double skull, first block.
First
there
action.
You go.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't quad, so he's got to be pleased.
Oh, fuck.
Hasn't won in 81 to be pleased about that, too.
Yep. Yeah, he can swarm a bit now, can't he? That was pretty huge, getting 3 players onto one over here. And like next turn, he's going to 3-dice him and get these 2 back into the game. So I guess that's what he was doing it that turn. And it was a sure hands recovery. Wow. Again, a pretty nice scatter for Mull.
Yeah, a bit of a ballsy pickup too, without the reroll.
Well, he had sure hands though.
No, fair enough. Alright, my
He
bad.
had dodge and sure hands, so yeah. The other Storm Vermin got minus strength. Bleeding hit me.
He did.
He did. Yep, that's true. He could indeed score again. It's just some shenanigans. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. I think a sure hands pickup without the reroll was fine.
Yeah, this turn already, it's like it's a huge difference, isn't it? This lineman being on the, and then he's got the guard tackle in, and he's got the blodge guard stand firm in. So like that was kind of a good turn to wizard in a way. It was a good turn to wizard in a way if you were going to wizard it in normal time when those 3 players were out.
Yeah, maybe a misclick. What do you think? I really thought it was going to be the blitz on the Palmer to clear both tackle zones off the ball. Certainly not this 1D. Is that the first 1D of the match?
Wasn't it? That was a wild block.
Disastrous scatter. Yeah,
Yep.
pretty sure he just must have misclicked the blitz. Well, maybe not.
Got a sidestep here, hasn't he? Keep him on. Yep. Wow, makes his 3+ this time. Fails a 1 in 9. Oof. Mull's had some pretty good scatters, hasn't he? To be,
That
he's had
was
some pretty decent luck with the scatters.
that was a really odd turn. I'll have to ask Ducke about it at the end if he's not too sad. But no, look, I think there were better things than the first section 1D, and that's not something you often see from Ducke.
Yeah, well, it was a 2+, wasn't it? It was a 2+ to make it a 2D. So it wasn't the worst thing in the world. And to be fair, he'd just been bolted and lost the ball, so like it wasn't.
True.
It wasn't. But... You know, it's not ideal, is it, when you lose the ball? Against a top quality coach with a top quality team. Ducked up. Can 2D him off the ball pretty easily, can't he? Multiple ways. He could just be gone here and ready to score pretty easily, couldn't he? Actually, like pretty easily. This got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GFI. 2-dice him, pick it up, pass it, gone. Doesn't even need to pass it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just pick it up and he's gone, isn't he? Holy shit! This is just 2D on the white, and if he powers him,
On 2/2
it's game
buses.
over. Yeah.
Oh, we're just talking about 1 in 9s.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
the first
he's
1 in
away
9
now,
of the game
isn't he?
too.
He's
Well,
just
assuming he
away,
makes this
he's-
2+.
Yeah, and the next 2+. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's pretty far away then, isn't he?
Yep, and I think the 3 strength then screams any ghoul shenanigans.
Yep. Maybe the 3 strength goes first. No, he's got tackle, so he can't really.
The ghoul doesn't really reach him.
No,
No, I guess if the
you go
white
for the
banged the
pickup for
lineman and then the fleshy banged the line rat, the ghoul could then maybe, on double GFIs, get the gutter. Because the gutter won't make GFIs this turn without the rear on.
No, you can't now, no.
Oh, fuck.
I
Wow.
didn't think he'd be able to pick up the wall.
Wow. Do you know what? I would have liked the blitz from the gutter, you know, because then they're both down. Wouldn't have been a turnover.
Yeah, might have to roll for the pickup.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was a bad scatter for Mo. After he got a few good scatters, that was a pretty horrible.
Ah, it makes up for the first half with the gutter on him. Never roll overtime.
Wow. Wow, he's rolled some double skulls, hasn't he? They both have, though, to be fair, but fucking hell.
Cost you $5, John Flip.
The third commentator just seems to say fuck a lot.
Oh, banged on.
Oh my god, unbelievable, horrible. There you go, that's Blood Bowl, isn't it? Wow, brutal. Brutally fucked on by the dice, that.
Making blocks with block.
Outrageous.
Made some
Two
safe
double
plays
skulls.
in that it's not super. No, it doesn't look super easy to.
No, it's not. It's not super easy, but it was super unlucky, wasn't it?
True, yeah,
I think
absolutely.
it's safe. It's fair to say that rolling double skull twice in one turn.
Only happens
pretty
every
bad.
second turn. I haven't even taken the ball off the rest of the rule. Not even easy because safe moves were made. Oh no, never mind. No, yeah, no. The fleshy and the white make that tough.
Now he can move the guard in, but then, yeah, it doesn't help that much, does it? Interesting. You might have to roll some 3+ here, mightn't he?
Whoa.
Crazy stuff. Rigged. Yeah, he's just got to make some safe moves first, hasn't he? Stand his players up.
I, for one, never criticise making safe plays first.
Does he one dice here?
I guess so.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He's got wrestle. Makes it a 5+. Oh, another crazy scatter. 6+ catch.
Scatters are always going to be, to some extent, random. Like when you're choosing between
entirely
ball scattering out and in, yeah, like literally random. And so when like this sort of scatter, yeah, sure, caught on a 6+, but just being next to him, sort of the same thing. I hate to just rate scatters, I guess. It's a personal, for no real good reason or any good rationalization. If someone thinks that they're super unlucky because someone else got a good scatter on something that,
Yeah, but I mean, there are lucky and unlucky scatters, aren't there?
Yeah, so,
Random, that's
like
the there's
one
no
in the
skill
first
in it.
half.
They are entirely just lucky or unlucky scatters. I mean, they are the thing about Blood Bowl where there's really no skill involved. You knock over the ball here, there will be a scatter. So it's entirely
can
bad
control
luck
some,
over the where it goes.
Where you choose
Sure,
to push
but-
it sometimes.
But here with it, this one wasn't, was it? It was a one
This
dice.
was completely random.
He was a 5+ to get the ball, 4+ to get the ball. got tackle. So it was a 4+ to get the ball out. It just is what it is. He couldn't do much. Neither player could mitigate it in any way, shape, or form. It was just dice.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is
Where it
when
ended
someone
up in the
mitigates
card.
it or plans for it to go anywhere or makes a play where it could have gone anywhere,
Yeah.
and they get unlucky, I think that's worth mentioning more than things just happen
Yeah.
and dice were rolls. Like this.
Wow. Wow. Things were happening and
So,
dice were rolled.
1 and 8. into
Crazy.
the 5+.
Crazy.
Alright, that was pretty lucky. What do you reckon, Jim? Lucky ducky.
Crazy.
I think Mole was pretty much happy with everything that wasn't that exact square into catch.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Still, with strength 3 can dodge out. He might have to one dice with a line rat here or something first. How horrible is that?
It's gonna be a skull if he does. Triple
Why is
guard
he
on
gonna
the
foul? No, he's not a dirty player. He could have fouled that gutter, couldn't he? Strength 3 tackle. I wouldn't hate it. I guess stand up the guard and 3+ dodge it to hit with the wrestle tackle dauntless. Isn't bad, is it? It's probably looking his best move right now.
Fixed it.
Cool. GFIs without a reroll. Dirty dingo.
Well, you're right
Now
in
it's
that the
really-
3+. Now to bang him. He's now a 4+ with the ghoul into
it's
the
a
tackle
one
zone
dice.
left. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So he'd have to dodge out a line rat first or some bollocks. Holy
maybe
shit.
take the 1D. It's
It's hard to get a 1D though, isn't it?
well, you're still 4+ then.
Oh yeah, 4+ for a 1D. Or a 3+, 4+ for a 2D. And he's not going to want to re-roll it, so maybe just does 3+ for the 1. Got to keep a re-roll for his 1 turn, and he's got to have one. So he's not re-rolling anything this turn, is he?
What I
Ducke
was
with
thinking
another
is
2
this,
GFIs.
that's a pretty good foul. There were chains on offer to pop out people into places where they wouldn't need to dodge.
Yeah.
But with
I
that
would have just
stun,
fouled with the first one. I mean, obviously it's worse if he gets sent off, but he had to make the 2 GFIs to do it, didn't he?
yeah, no, Wizard's gone. Mole used it about 3 or 4 turns ago to get them all on the ground. Then we've had the myriad of scatters.
Man,
As for a
crazy.
good play,
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know who's been lucky running. It's crazy. It has been pretty fucking.
the wolf catch was pretty big. More so than every other result of a scatter.
But you know, Ducke had effectively quad scored, hadn't he, the turn before?
True. Then he got immediately repaid by the ball scouting into his hands on the gutter and a failing on the pickup.
Yep. Mull made the 75% like ball sack, but then failed a 1 in 6 dodge out, and then Ducke failed a 3 pickup. So
Yeah,
there's been a lot of dice
dice
roll
all
in
around,
this game,
yeah.
which is as you would expect when 2 top coaches with top teams, the dice are going to have a bigger effect than if they were playing scruds.
Yep.
If a
Ducke
lesser
needs to get the
person
ball
had
to
one
him.
of these teams.
Ducke 5 squares from the end zone, or the end zone, one of the 2.
Yep. Oh, and there was just Mull's just 2+ to win the game as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
that gutter there, he was gone. He was just clear gone if he picked it up.
Now, with no reroll, I think the 4+1D, like, optimistic, but he doesn't even have a
Yeah.
recovery then.
No.
Nah,
Just do
all
this.
1-die blocks.
Why he re-rolled it? My
Oh, man.
God.
Mal actually does have a rolls, my bad.
I can't believe he re-rolled that. It's nice. It's kind of a nice move, though, isn't it? Oh, wow.
Right.
Yeah, saves the dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's about 3+ block and blitz, though, to negate a 4+ dodge. I think I'd have just gone for the 4+ dodge and just not fucking re-rolled it. Holy shit.
Was there a chain to get the Wrestleman adjacent to the ghoul where the gutter on it is, and then the Wrestleman can block for a push on the ghoul, and then you can make the 3+ 2D sack.
Oh. Well, he got it though. He got the 2+ to get the ball.
Yeah, look, not too surprising really.
The 1 dice is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, there was no need to get the 2 dice.
Another disadvantage to doing the play that he did rather than the 4+. No recovery. Let's say that he did. Maybe he should have 1D'd the dirty player first if he had the blitz still. So that would be my play. 1D on the dirty player, reroll my skull, and then blitz with the gutter post 4+ for a hopefully better scatter than this. Gutter then dodges out on the 2+ to at least mark the ball, probably attempt to pick up, even though it's shit.
Right, well now it's just a 3+. Oh, has he got the sure hand somewhere?
Yes, it's adjacent the tackle gutter.
Right. So he's just got to hit this.
Yep.
Hit this gutter with tackle and
3D.
blow. Yep, 3D him. Can you 3D him?
With the 4 strength wolf. Ducke not scared. In for the powers. 1 in 36.
Wow.
Oh, this could be a huge Kaz.
It is a huge Kaz.
Wow, I see him all in
1,
terms of
2,
permanent
3,
stuff.
4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, but still, for the match, it's huge.
The match is almost over. 70%
Yeah, the
of the
match is
time, according to
almost
Sammy
over.
D.
True. 7 times out of 10, it's all.
But you're right. If he muffs this one turn and Ducke receives, we're still in for a game.
Yeah.
You know, Ducke receives, gets an extra reel on the kickoff. Can score at his leisure on a 4 strength Lodge Wolf.
Yeah, Wizard's gone. Huge. Perfect defense doesn't even save him, does it? I mean, pretty much nothing. Nothing pretty much saves him here.
He'd have to do a more aggressive defense and look for a blitz, I think. Or the pitch invasion. Or the rock.
Yeah,
As
PI
in
rock.
The beer stand is the stadium enhancement, which I've never picked.
No, I did in the early days because I enjoyed winning more, but then I realised
You're
that
right,
it was just
it's
to win
winning
more.
more. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I got a Kaz more, maybe.
Yeah. If you serve somebody, that's why it's good. It's its own reward, isn't it? They're down to play for the rest of the drive guaranteed. That's why it's good. Yeah, you're looking at PI or rock. They're the big ones.
So look, when I've got a natural 1 turn, I still like to try and make the pushes if I can do so and have a realistic chance of getting him down on a follow-up push, just so I can make fewer GFIs.
Yeah.
Hard to do though with fleshies, as you've only got the Juggernaut for that, so maybe it's not worth it. Because if you get pushes on the first 2, you don't need to make 3 pushes.
His frenzy Juggernaut has been minus strength.
Oh, it has. It's gone. My bad.
So, yeah, that makes it pretty hard for him.
Wouldn't even bother then.
No. He could use his blitz to, dauntless somebody. Mull likes to use his blitz to, 2+ it.
I mean, he can still get the 1
2+
square with the guard assist. Can't he, after he blocks down the fleshy? Guess not. Nah, he walks 13 squares. It's, with 10 moves sprint.
Rats, pretty huge in terms of if it goes to overtime.
Oh, absolutely.
Gets back that re-roll that he spunked on the block. Your hand's pretty huge.
So sure.
Here we are. The biggest skill in Blood Bowl, rolling some 2+.
Oh yeah. So a 3-2. 2, 2,
3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. There you go.
Pretty good at Blood Bowl.
Well played, Mulldripster.
So that guy was on the field for literally 1 turn, and he scored.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is Ducky. Feels bad, man. MVP to the Dead Lineman, as is tradition.
What, did I just quit watching it?
Did you rage quit?
Oh no, just 1-2-1. Derp. I was thinking stupid.
I would have
Yeah,
liked to
2-1.
too. Wow, what a
load of
brutal
shit.
game.
Yeah. What a load of shit Pedro Jack said. Yeah,
Nah.
that's gut runners, isn't it? For some reason I thought he hadn't scored. He scores. My brain turned to mush then. Right. Yeah, it was brutal, wasn't it? Ducke got his team wrecked. Somewhat.
Mol too.
Yeah, sorry, I meant Mull. Mull got his team wrecked somewhat, didn't he?
Ducky too.